Hello, my homies. One smart cat doing some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and today we are going to run through the museum mode. Let's jump into the museum and let's see what they actually did here. All right, so we're starting here in the front of the house. There's a Bubba down there. F is okay. There's our camera. We're able to take pictures and stuff. I know that they did stuff to the house, like you're able to investigate the house and everything. I wonder if they did the basement too. If they did the basement, then there's going to be a lot of stuff here. Check in here to receive your photo checklist. Use your camera to take photos of objects on the list. Return here after you have checked off all the photos to claim a special stamp. Pretty lady dance in the exterior. Merrow melodies in the car graveyard. GKB 636 car graveyard. What has 7 arms but no head. 5 legs, can't walk. Front field. Chicken nugget barn. All right. So they did say that there was going to be like puzzles and stuff. I don't know exactly how much stuff is entailed here, honestly. But being able to walk around the map and investigate everything is pretty cool. We're going to start out there on the street, I guess. And then we'll take a look in there. We'll take a look in the front. And then we'll probably go into the house and come around the other side. Can you run? Well, you can run a little bit. We got Bubba over here. That's pretty cool. It's like whenever you visit the zoo, it has like the information for the animals. What's that? Swap. Ah, you can put them in the different things. That's cool. Is this one of the pictures that you need to take? How do you take pictures? Zoom. I don't know if that's one of the pictures. Does it pull? Be nice if you could pull up the pictures here. All right. Ooh, armadillo.
The opening shot. The
oh wow, it's actually voiced.
Was an actual armadillo
That's
that production designer Robert Burns found on the side of the road and taxidermied himself. According to Robert Burns, the original script called for a shot of a dead dog on the side of the road, and then the camera would pan to the green van. After further thought, Tobe Hooper felt a dog was too domesticated to show in that light and deemed it too horrible for audiences. This is when an armadillo was decided to be their best bet, as it fit as a symbol for Texas. Robert Burns then found a dead armadillo on the side of the road and took it home himself to taxidermy the animal. This is how the opening shot of the film was born.
The fact that it's actually voice acted is pretty cool. I didn't think they were going to put that much effort into it, honestly. Does the other armadillo say anything? Hello? Ah, is this the same thing?
Behind the scenes photo, Armadillo. The crew at Gun Interactive were able to recreate the film's opening shot of an armadillo. When executive producer Ismael Vicens and brand strategy lead Matthew Zepp started their long drive back from one of their production trips to Texas, they noticed a dead armadillo on the side of the road. They quickly pulled off to the side of the road, dodging traffic at highway speeds, and snapped as many pictures as they could. They knew that this was completely unsafe, but they just couldn't pass up on the opportunity to get this shot.
All right. This is pretty cool. This might actually be a longer video than I thought. I guess it depends on how much stuff they actually put into it. Let's check out here. See if they put anything in here. They don't really have anything. Oh, I guess it's kind of highlighted. Like the circle is the only thing. I'm not going to like cover this thing like, you know, from inch to inch, you know, looking at everything. Hopefully I find everything. If not, I apologize.
Stop and turn. Gunnar Hansen's stop and turn move was an accident. The boots that Gunnar Hansen wore had 3-inch lifts to make him taller, though because of this, if he didn't stop suddenly and then turn, he would lose his balance and fall. The weight of the chainsaw also impacted his movements due to its sheer weight. So after falling on the first take, Gunnar stopped, turned, and one of Leatherface's signature moves was born. Kim Henkel would call it the Keystone move. The shot of his signature move was recreated in the unrated gameplay trailer of our game.
Alright. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I dig it. Anything else? Anything pop out? Let's check over here real fast. This causes my whole love-hate for this game. They put so much effort into the aesthetics of it and making it feel like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is amazing. But then it has so many other glaring problems that, kind of suck. But, oh well. It is what it is. Is this, what is this? Is this part of the thing? Do I need to take a picture of this? How do I take pictures?
Hey there!
Okay. I wonder if this has jump scares in it. Well, me taking a picture of Leatherface didn't do anything. So I'm assuming... What was the thing? Dancing melody or something? I don't know. We'll go back and look. It's too bad that they don't have... Can I just walk through this? Amazing. It's too bad that the checklist doesn't pop up. Maybe there is a way to do it. I just don't know. Pretty Lady Dance exterior. Where is that? And then there's 2 things in the car graveyard and 1 thing in the barn. Okay. What is this? Is this just her? Ooh, examine.
Booty shorts. A lot of shots were set up on the fly during principal photography by Daniel Pearl and Toby Hooper. One such shot that Hooper would years later call the best shot in the film was no exception. That shot, of course, being the iconic shot of Pam approaching the family house. Cinematographer Daniel Pearl was laying flat on a dolly with the camera tilted up. The goal of the shot was to make the house appear bigger and bigger in the frame as Pam approached it.
I didn't expect the camera to pan around to her ass. That's pretty fucking funny. Oh, is V how you do it? Ah, okay, V is how you do it. And then, is there anything for taking a picture of her? No. Okay. Okay. What's Q? Is an inventory? Why do I have an inventory?
Escape hatch. When Sally, Marilyn Burns, escapes by jumping out the window, the glass was actually breakaway sugar glass, made by Bob Burns and Mary Church. In fact, Mary did the stunt of jumping out the window. A mattress and some empty boxes were placed outside the window for her to land on, but setting up the shot took a long time. With the humidity of the Texas summer, the breakaway glass began to dissolve. When I went through it, I was like a glass woman because now I had little particles stuck all over me because the stuff was wet, Mary said. If they'd waited probably another 45 minutes, I don't know if there'd been any glass in those windows.
That's pretty fucking interesting. It's hot as fucking Texas, man. I could attest to that. Oh, look, there's the family inside. That's cool. I'll come back around to all of that through the backyard. See if there's anything over here. Doesn't look like it. We'll check on this side real fast. and then we'll head inside. Just making sure there's nothing over here. I don't know where exterior is. Wherever exterior is where pretty lady dances. All right, let's go inside. Why? There's a stake on the lock. Wasn't there? I didn't know there'd actually be stuff that you need to do to progress. Interesting. All right. Well, in that case, I guess we're going to the back first. We had to lock the barn due to some teenagers trying to break in. If you forget the code, look at Cook's truck. All right. Anything right here? Kid better not try to jump scare me. I'm not prepared. I'm not jump scared prepared. All right, let's go look at the truck. I'm assuming it's what's on his bumper, or not his bumper, his this, whatever that's called. 5468. All right. It's just a body there now. That's kind of cool. Okay. 5, 4, 6, 8. Ta-da! Chicken. I think I need to take a picture of you.
Chicken Nugget. The game's composer, Ross Tregenza, used real chickens for the audio for Nugget. He luckily had a close friend and fellow composer that owned a farm with several chickens. The name Nugget was born from brand strategy lead Matthew Zepp. The name is a nod to the longtime nickname of his nephew.
Nuggets? Nephew named Nuggets? Get this chicken in focus. I don't know how to focus the camera. Am I too close? There you go. Chicken nugget. All right, cool. We got 2 things. What else do we have? Car graveyard, exterior. All right. There's nothing else in here? Just a chicken? Chicken nugget? I guess so. Further investigate back here. It is cool to be able to walk around the map like this. I wonder if they're going to do this with the other maps or not. Is this locked? Alright, so we need a meat code in order to get in through the front door. Anything else back here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, no, look at that.
Discrete flora. The flora around the house where most of the filming took place was populated by more than the cedar trees common to central Texas. The owners of the house were growing 2 acres of cannabis. They told the film crew that they could help themselves to the crop as long as they were discreet about the landlord's extracurricular gardening. According to sound recorder Ted Nicolau, I thought that was part of the reason for the confused discussions every day of what we were about to shoot.
That's fucking funny. Everybody was fucking high. Can I go through here? Being able to walk through all the different spaces is nice. Don't have to follow the family logic. Anything inside of here? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, where'd it go?
Fake hammer, real impact. The scenes in the movie with the sledgehammer seem real, and there's good reason for that. Though the prop master Bob Burns made a fake hammer with a foam rubber head, there were still complications. Leatherface actor Gunnar Hansen recalled hitting actor William Vale while filming Kirk's death scene. I was completely charged up on adrenaline, skittishly hopping back and forth as if I were speeding. So when Bill tripped and I stepped out of the shadows, I actually hit him in the face with the sledgehammer. Fake or not, it left its mark. In the pivotal dinner scene, actor Marilyn Burns, who played Sally, was actually struck and bled. I went to the bucket, said Burns. And then Grandpa hit me over the head with the other prop that was a piece of steel, a sledgehammer. That hurt. That wasn't fake. As Hansen noted, some of the blood in Sally's hair is actually Marilyn's.
What the fuck? Fucking hitting motherfuckers with hammers around here? It's because they were high. People were fucking... They're switching the rubber hammer for the real hammer. Anything else? I hope I don't miss anything. I mean, if I do, I apologize. Like, you know, this stuff doesn't like highlight until you get relatively close to it. So trying to find everything. Has that hand always been there? I've never noticed that in game if it has. Or the foot. It's just body parts around here.
Car radio. The song on the radio when the hitchhiker is picked up in the van is Roger Bartlett's Fool for a Blonde. Bartlett has said that Tobe Hooper chose the song because he thought the hitchhiker was a fool for Sally.
Fool for a blonde. We need some sort of meat code for the front door. Haven't seen anything yet. Bunch of license plates and stuff. Is that not a... That doesn't pull anything up? Can't go back there. I mean, I think that's everything back here now. I didn't see a code for the front door. I mean, there's a bunch of license plates and stuff. Trying to think what's all back here. Did I miss anything? Oh, we had stuff for Morrow Melodies and GKB 68. There's Morrow Melodies is probably that thing of bones that's hanging, because that's not usually here in the game. All right, that didn't actually do anything. And then what was the other one? GKB. That like one of these. GKB. That's GKB right there. I need to take like the picture from a specific angle. I gotta be in focus. And the last one is exterior. Photo checklist outside. So does that mean that there's a photo checklist inside too? What is... How do I get inside? I mean, the exterior has to be... The dancing lady has to be Bubba, right? Oh no, it says this is exterior. Pretty lady dance exterior. Pretty lady dance exterior. Well, how much of this is exterior? Is all of this exterior? No, this is driveway now. What the fuck? Why did they make this hard? Pretty lady dance. All of this is exterior. This is barn. This is exterior. Sunflower. Back garden. This is exterior. I'm just taking random pictures now. Pretty lady dance. Pretty lady dance. Pretty lady dance. If I keep saying it, it'll magically work. I don't understand what it wants. All right, we will cut to whenever I figure something out. All right, so it does actually say exterior over here as well. Let's try to take a picture over here. It has to be this guy. I need to find like... Oh, does he have to be wearing that? He had to be wearing the right clothes, the pretty lady makeup. Turn in the checklist to the welcome board. Yeah, the apron isn't the pretty lady. The apron is like the mom figure. Makes sense. And there's our meat code, 1973. All right, we're going in. Hello, I am in my home. More photos. Skull wall, family dinner, Crisp Kringle in the living room. Grandpa's arm candy, Grandpa's room. Frames of Fear revoked licenses. Let's check on the family. I want to see the family.
Makeup set. Gunnar Hansen shared a lot of praise for his fellow cast members. In the 40th anniversary Blu-ray release's audio commentary, Hansen notes that actor Jim Sedow, the cook, was probably the only actor in the movie who could look benign and then become extremely evil without any makeup.
Yeah, the cook could, like, his facial expressions and stuff could make him very scary. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty nifty. I dig that. Chicken head. Somewhere there's a chicken running around very confused. Add to inventory. Chicken head has been added to your inventory. Awesome. Now we have a chicken head. Crisp Kringle in the living room. Oh, this is the bone room. Skull wall? Is there a skull wall in here? No. Family dinners in the next room. Frames of Fear revoked licenses. Okay. Photo spot. This is where we take the photo. Am I supposed to put the chicken head on the table? Chicken head. No? What am I doing wrong?
Skin lampshades. Why was the film marketed as being based on true events? According to Kim Henkel, the film's marketing of being based on true events evolved over production. The famous crawl, for instance, was implemented to mark the story as an historical event that was more captivating, but wasn't meant to be taken seriously. Another inspiration for the story were tales Tobe Hooper was told by his family as a young child. They told him stories of a killer from Wisconsin that would use human skin for lampshades. This Wisconsin killer was the infamous Ed Gein.
Ed Gein. Oh, I need to make it so it matches this. Okay. So Cook goes here. And then oh, there's more items I need to put on the table, I think. Yeah, I need to find more items. So what else do we need? Like a bird and a cup and some other stuff. Oh, there's a bird right there. What else do they want? Grandpa, Cook. Cook's like bent down though.
The dinner scene. The infamous dinner scene was a long, trying shoot. Plastic surgeon W.E. Barnes created the makeup for Grandpa, and it took nearly 10 hours to apply to actor John Dugan. A lot of pieces and parts went into creating Grandpa's look. But because they were down to their last set of makeup parts, The crew had to shoot every scene involving Grandpa all in one day. The grueling shoot was one of the hottest days of the production, with temperatures over 100 degrees. The set windows were blacked out with black plastic in a house filled with cameras and lights that reached as high as 120 degrees inside. Because of the extreme heat on set, the food at the dinner table started to rot. The smell on set was ghastly for the entire cast and crew. All of the bones on the set were real, and combined with the lights that made them burn, released an unbearable smell. The combination of the stench with the extreme heat made a lot of the crew sick, and they'd take frequent trips outside to throw up. In the end, the brutal set brought a real rawness to the film. The shoot in total lasted nearly 32 hours for some of the crew.
That's pretty fucking wild. I guess I need to find more items. Alright, well, let's keep looking.
Kim and Toby before Texas. Kim Henkel and Toby Hooper met during the filming of Hooper's 1969 film Eggshells. 4 years later, they would go on to create the production company Vortex Inc. and co-create the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Another Texas Chainsaw actor was also part of the Eggshells cast. Alan Danziger, better known as Jerry to Chainsaw fans, co-starred in the earlier film.
Got some roaches, some carnita. There's the skull wall. Not gonna lie, scared me a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
He really cut her. According to Gunnar Hansen, he really cut Marilyn Burns' finger in the infamous grandpa feeding scene. The prop knife, designed to pump out fake blood, wouldn't work after several takes. Finally, when no one was looking, Gunnar Hansen removed the tape from the knife that made it dull and really cut Marilyn's finger. Knowing this, that would mean that actor John Dugan, Grandpa, sucked on the actual blood of Marilyn Burns.
Is all that true? That's kind of fucked up.
Gallows meat hook. After speaking with the MPAA and because of effect limitations, Toby Hooper and Kim Henkel made the decision to do the meat hooking scene without blood or gore. Production assistant Dorothy Pearl created a harness with a saddle that Terry McMinn, Pam, could wear. It was completed with nude stockings that crisscrossed the actress's body in the front and the back. The longest McMinn could hang on the hook with the harness was about 1 minute. Dorothy Pearl had to design the harness with the female anatomy in mind because all the weight was being distributed to the actress's lower region. According to the film's screenwriter Kim Henkel, one of the inspirations for the infamous meat hook scene was a scene in the 1931 film Frankenstein.
Very interesting. No, we need more skulls and shit. They added quite a bit of this.
Blood spatter. One of the reasons that blood and gore are limited in the film is because Toby Hooper and Kim Henkel felt that fear and intensity were more important. According to screenwriter Kim Henkel, he and Toby Hooper reached out to the MPAA to discuss the guidelines to avoid getting slapped with an X rating. Apparently, the investors of the film were terrified that the film would get an X rating, so all these thoughts were front of mind during production. Ultimately, Hooper and Henkel's original vision of inflicting fear and intensity with the gore and blood implied worked to the film's benefit and made a bigger impact.
That is true. There's not like crazy amount of blood and gore. Like they do the head hits and stuff, but you don't see like, massive head wounds or anything happening.
Cheap thrills. Screenwriter Kim Henkel has said that one of the reasons he and Toby Hooper wanted to make a horror film was their limited budget. If you have relatively little money, what are your possibilities? Henkel says. The clear answer was some sort of genre piece. Horror was the easiest because we felt that we didn't have to have any names in the cast. Production values weren't nearly so important as in some other realms, so it became the natural choice.
That's one of the skulls we need. Ram skull has been added to inventory.
Possible titles. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre wasn't the first or even second title of the film. The first two working titles were Head Cheese and Leatherface. Head Cheese was the first working title of the film, though, for most of principal photography. Leatherface was the working title until late into production when it was finally given the official title of The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Kim Hinkle and Toby Hooper intended for the title to be spelled Chainsaw, but once the press were sent information on the film, and when the original poster was produced, the spelling got twisted into Chainsaw.
That's cool. That's if you don't know, I do like horror trivia on my like YouTube community page or whatever. That was one of my trivia questions. The head cheese thing. The ram head goes here. Now we still need 2 more heads. Alright, anything else in here? That's a naked booty right there. Anybody in this one? No. Yeah, it doesn't look like they did the basement. I mean, there's a lot of stuff already.
Friend of Leatherface. Since both of her parents were working on the film, 3-year-old Karina Nicolau was often on set and struck up a friendship with Leatherface actor Gunnar Hansen. He recalled their interactions. She had never liked my Leatherface mask. She was sitting with me one day while I waited for a shot setup. When Dottie, makeup artist Dorothy J. Pearl, came to put on my mask, it horrified Karina. As soon as it covered my face, she started screaming. I had Dottie pull it off. See? I said, it's just me. She calmed down, but when I put the mask on again, she started screaming again. I realized she was too young to make the leap, to see my transformation from Gunnar to Leatherface and understand that I was still under the mask. So I made sure she never saw me in the mask after that, at least until the unfortunate meat hook scene.
Yeah, it's fucking scary. Big ass dude fucking wearing somebody else's face. It's okay for the little girl to be scared.
Ashtray. Actors are paid varying amounts for their work in film. For his voiceover in the opening monologue of the film, John Larroquette was paid with a single joint. Recent reports, however, suggest that his rate has gone up.
These motherfuckers, everybody's just smoking weed, fucking giving each other weed.
Preparing for the role. To prepare for the role of Leatherface, Gunnar Hansen went to Austin State School, which was a 95-acre residential and training facility for adults with developmental disabilities. He was there several days to pick up the residents' mannerisms and how they walked and talked. It was important to Gunnar to portray the character authentically, without making a mockery of those who suffer from developmental disabilities.
That's pretty fucking cool.
The Apprehension Engine. Gun Interactive's own Wes Keltner led the direction of music for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. One day, Wes was at home brainstorming, and in the background he had 2015's The Witch playing. He wasn't watching the film, but was more listening to it. The sounds and music in the film struck him as he was listening. He asked himself, what instruments are they using to make those unique sounds? It turned out, those sounds were created by an apprehension engine. Wes was able to track down Tony Dugan Smith, who makes roughly 6 of these instruments a year, and was informed that the apprehension engine took around 7 months to build. Wes then had the honor to have a meeting with film composer and creator of music for The Witch, Mark Corvin. It was at this meeting where Corvin said, "Forget everything you know about playing guitar and other instruments. Approach the apprehension engine like a child and experience and discover. From there, the direction of sounds for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game were born.
That's fucking cool. What the hell's an apprehension machine or engine? I'm gonna have to look that up. Rear staircase, basement. I think we got everything right here. Was there anything in the den? Living room, grandpa's room, frames of fear. Frames of fear. That's not the T-frame thing, is it? Nah, I don't think it'd be that. Alright, let's go check upstairs. Soda. Full delicious soda, pop, or Coke, depending on your region. Not an item? Why is it all coned off? Let's go all book licenses. Seems important. Oh, you can crawl through those. Why is it always her? She's dead all over the place.
One outfit, 32 days. Actors only had one set of their wardrobe. The actors had to wear the same clothing for the entire 32-day shoot, 12 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. For fear of fading or being damaged, they couldn't wash the clothes. So the actors wore the same clothes unwashed for 32 days straight, in 95 to 100-degree Texas heat. According to the crew, Gunnar Hansen stunk of body odor worse than anyone on set by the end of the shoot.
Yeah, I mean, he was running around carrying the fucking chainsaw and all that shit. Crawl in here. Add to inventory.
News of the day. Tobe Hooper wanted to parody the news reports of the day, which he considered televised lies, and so devised the opening voiceover, famously recited by actor John Larroquette.
Televised lies for the news of the day. Okay.
Family name. The family has gone by several surnames throughout the course of the franchise. However, their original surname is Slaughter. Though never spoken in the movie, it can be seen in faint letters on the sign above the gas station, W.E. Slaughter Barbecue. According to Gunnar Hansen, art director Bob Burns made the sign. He said that Tobe and Kim were mighty proud of coming up with We Slaughter.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Do I need to put these license plates somewhere?
Tobe meets the cook. Director Tobe Hooper offered the part of the old man, the cook, to Jim Sedow after they worked together in the 1971 film The Wind Splitter. They were both a part of the cast in said film. Hooper and Sedow weren't the only Texas Chainsaw Massacre alumni to work on The Wind Splitter. Ron Bozeman was the key grip, Kim Henkel was credited as the grip, and Sally Richardson was the assistant director.
Ah, there we go. Photo opportunity. Cook's place settings had been added. Okay, so that's new. What I need to put okay. We're figuring stuff out. I need one more license plate. And then... Nope, that's not what I meant. Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi. This one is Arkansas. Don't have it. Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi. I need Arkansas. And Louisiana. Alrighty. Photo opportunity has been unlocked. Oh, it says meat. M-E-A-T. There you go. It's kind of nifty, honestly. Is there something about birds? Frames of Fear, Family Wall, Family Dinner.
Hitchhiker's pocket knife. This weapon is a nod to everyone's favorite unlikable character, Franklin, from the 1974 film. According to creative director Ronnie Hobbs and designer Rob Fox, they knew the likelihood of Franklin ever appearing in the video game was slim to none, so this was their way of including him as a small Easter egg.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to get him into the game.
Jim Sedow's toughest scene to get right was the broomstick clubbing at the gas station. Since the prop was an actual wooden broom handle, he was afraid of hurting his fellow actor in the scene. After several takes of it looking fake, Sedow really struck his fellow actor in the final take. It was an exhausting shoot for everyone, but Marilyn Burns had it as bad as anyone on set. She did several takes of diving through the doorway of the gas station, and each time she would land knee first on the hard concrete floor. So many times that the floor tore up and severely bruised her knees.
Fucking this Marilyn had a really shitty time on this fucking shoot. They fucking cut her finger, sucked her blood, hit with a broom.
Straight razor. After Kim Henkel and creative director Ronnie Hobbs finished designing Sissy's look and backstory, the only question left was what type of weapon would she carry. According to Kim's secret catalog of character concepts, he always envisioned Sissy wielding some type of straight razor, a small, portable weapon that could stay hidden until just the right time. It's petite and deadly, just like Sissy. It fit her personality perfectly. So even though the hitchhiker carries it in the original 1974 film, it did in fact previously belong to Sissy. As far as what happened to her, or where Sissy is during the 1974 film, well, that's a story for another time.
I wonder how much of all this background and stuff they have thought out. Grandpa's room closed for renovations. Add to inventory.
No living animals were harmed. Initially, art director Robert Burns wanted set pieces of real dead cats and dogs. The crew acquired dead animal carcasses from a veterinarian and actually tried to embalm them with formaldehyde. Makeup artist and production assistant Dorothy Pearl, at the time the wife of the film's cinematographer Daniel Pearl, was injecting a dead animal with formaldehyde when she accidentally injected into her own leg through the animal. Toby Hooper then ordered that the dead animal carcasses had to be thrown out. The crew poured gasoline to cremate them, but the stench from the smoke from the bonfire started to make its way into the family house and added to an already foul stench set.
This production is so fucked. Everybody's... How do you inject yourself with formaldehyde? Let me into Grandpa's room. And I get rid of these boxes. So this seems to be part of the series, but it looks like it belongs somewhere else. A lot of stuff we're adding to the inventory here. Oh, look, another skull.
Hitchhiker's camera. The make and model of the Hitchhiker's camera is a Polaroid automatic 230 land camera. It was manufactured and distributed from 1967 to 1969. This camera previously belonged to Maria Flores. The hitchhiker stole it after she was stalked and kidnapped by Johnny.
I dig that. It's cool that they're interlocking like the game with like the stuff from the movies and everything. Is there anything in Hitchhiker's room? Grandpa's room, frames of fear. Hitchhiker's place set. Alright, our inventory is like fucking loaded now. Her getting dragged in. How many photos do I have? Still need 2 more photos. What is the meat one? What is this one? Does this go at the beginning or the end? Alright, well, that one goes at the beginning. Then her walking up to the house. I guess it goes at the end, because now she's on the meat hook. There you go. Alright, frames of fear. Got that one. Grandpa's room, living room, family dinner, skull wall. So the family dinner, skull wall. I think we have everything we need for those. We need one more skull, I think. Hello? Y'all being scary? I better knock it off.
Box office success. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre grossed over $30 million at the box office in North America and sold over 16 million tickets. With inflation, the film would have made over $150 million in box office earnings today.
I didn't know it did that well. There's the last skull.
Spring of 73. Kim Henkel and Toby Hooper spent January and February of 1973 writing the script, but production moved on rather quickly after that. They were shooting the movie by summer of 1973.
That's fucking wild. They shot the movie in 31 days.
Production manager Ron Bozeman would go on to work on another film that featured cannibalism. In 1992, he won an Academy Award as a producer for The Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. Alright, I think we have everything that we need. Besides getting into Grandpa's room. But that might open up after we do the other stuff. You bitch. I should have expected that. Alright. So now we got the skulls. Oop, not right there. Horned one goes on the bottom. Alligator one goes on there. What do you stand to take this picture? All right. Now we have the place settings. Now we just need to get into Grandpa's room. Crisp Kringle living room. Which one's the living room? Dining room. This is living room. Oh, we haven't been in here yet.
Genuine bone furnishings. The bones used for props were real animal bones found at a veterinarian boneyard and a cattle pasture. Art director Robert Burns led the charge of designing most of the bone props, like furniture and light fixtures.
There are a lot of bones.
Scaring a child. In the original movie shoot, the caterer, Sally Nicolau, was married to the location sound recordist, Ted Nicolau. The day they shot the meat hook scenes, Sally brought their then 3-year-old daughter, Karina, to set when she was delivering lunch. Unfortunately, little Karina saw Terry McMinn, Pam, on the meat hook and began crying and screaming. Her father recalled, "I was in the living room while we were shooting that scene, and she came running in and skidded to a stop and just went completely white, started screaming and crying, and went running out of the house."
Yeah, that'd probably be how choose 3. Yeah, that sucks. Where is Crisp Kringle?
Curtain. Alan Danziger played Jerry, the van driver in the film. He prepared for his first on-camera meeting with Leatherface by being blindfolded. When the blindfold was removed for the initial take, he was so terrified that he ran out of the room.
The van driver. This is a sitting room. Crisp Kringle. I mean, I just took a picture of the fireplace, I guess. Oh, there's feet in the fireplace. Oh, that's why. I get it. I did not see those feet in there. I think that's it. Now we just need to get into Grandpa's room. I've been back here. Hello? Nothing back here? Huh. Kind of surprised they didn't put anything back here. Alrighty. Well then. Oh, now it's open. Wait, no, it's not. What? Meat from the license plates.
Grandma's rocking chair. The remains of the mummified grandma, or even any mention of grandma, was not in the original script. Art director Bob Burns added her into the set to show that there were women in the family's history.
There's women, there's ladies. Don't feed Grandpa. Bitch. I expected something to happen. That's fucking funny. Turn in the checklist.
The Hitchhiker's Origins. According to actor Edwin Neal, he based his performance of the hitchhiker on his nephew, who suffered from paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah, everybody's fucked up in this movie. I think that's it, unless this unlocks something else. Check again, once again, check off. Is that it? It's a stamp of a soda. Oh, that soda upstairs. I don't know if there's anything else. Cut to if there's anything else. All right, so walking around, there is. I don't think this was here earlier, unless I fucking missed it somehow. There's a lock right here. 4 digits. And then we got a stamp from this. Oops, pushing buttons. And the stamp is a soda. So go back to the soda. And we can't take the soda with us, but on the bottom left, it does say 1939. So let's try that. Keep going to the wrong one. So it does let us in the basement. This is going to be a long video. Oh man, there's a whole thing of fucking checklists. Holy shit. Killing time, rear basement. Pig-headed bad dancer with a killer arm. Headbangers, basement storage. Frozen finger food, cold room.
Fake blood. The blood splatter effect on Leatherface's apron during the Franklin death scene required corn syrup, food coloring, and a lot of spitting. Makeup artist Dorothy Dottie Pearl, director Toby Hooper, and even boom operator Wayne Bell knelt by Franklin during the shooting. As Leatherface slashed, the three took mouthfuls of blood and spit it at him. "For me, this was just a delight," said Bell. "I care nothing about horror movies, but this was pretty playful."
What the fuck? Which one was Bell? The boom operator? That's fucking strange.
Skin. The practical effects of Leatherface's skin mask proved a difficult challenge for Bob Burns, the art director for the film. Mary Church, who had multiple responsibilities on the original film, including continuity and stunt coordination, noted that Bob spent weeks trying to come up with just homemade varieties of stuff that sort of looked like dried skin. "I remember him being concerned about expression, or not being able to do expression, and that there probably needed to be other expressions maybe on the face."
Killing time. Pig-headed bad dancer with killer arm. I mean, is it this? I guess not. There's a leg. Inventory. Got another leg.
Mask, prop, or wardrobe for the role of Leatherface. When Gunnar Hansen had his first meet and greet for the role of Leatherface, Toby Hooper and Kim Henkel were impressed with his size and stature. When Gunnar walked through the doorway into their meeting, Hooper noticed how much space of the doorway Gunnar took up. They knew right away that Gunnar had the physical traits for the iconic role.
So a fucking big dude. Now we got a hand. Here we go. We gotta put together a body.
Leatherface speaks. In the original script, the infamous dinner scene was quite different. Leatherface had scripted, though completely unintelligible, lines. As Gunnar Hansen recalls, they were written out. His first line is "A-A-A-O-U-U-Uber," and then "Abegoba Aji-Ima." According to Toby Hooper, these lines had actual meaning behind them. Hansen's script notes pointed out that the first line meant roughly, "How are you? Welcome home. Supper's almost ready." The next line meant, "I've been a good boy. I got 'em all."
Leatherface had his own language then. Pighead. What is it? Pighead, bad dancer with a killer arm.
Leatherface mask. The holes and markings on the forehead of Leatherface's masks represent a hammer to the head. Back then, cows were slaughtered in the head with a sledgehammer, so the holes appear on the forehead of Leatherface's masks to show continuity with how actual cattle were slaughtered.
That's fucking interesting. I never noticed that before. That's pretty cool.
Tobe Hooper found novel ways to introduce drama into his picture. According to lead Marilyn Burns, Sally, Hooper would gossip around the set to create animosity between her and Paul Partain, who played Franklin. Toby would come up and tell me that Paul said something about me. Then Toby was going to Paul saying Marilyn said something about you, getting us really upset with each other. So we're doing this scene that didn't require any acting at all. I was ready to kill him.
What the fuck? That's so fucked up.
Masks. The Leatherface masks would become iconic, but they were hard to see through. Gunnar Hansen explained, the masks had one unfortunate feature. Their eye holes were small. They fit snugly, but not around my eyes. And the further the eye holes were from my face, the less I could see. It was like looking down a long tube. I could see only what was directly in front of me.
That one makes me laugh because you could like sense the animosity between the brother and sister. Like whenever, like it seems like he's like really annoying her, and that's why, because the director fucking like literally made them mad at each other. That's pretty fucking funny. Body now posed in an unusual position. Okay. Almost looks like a peace sign. 3. It says I can rotate the object, but that doesn't work. Hopefully you don't have to move one of these objects in order to get like a clue, because I haven't been able to rotate any of these. Please stop using the freezer to store your lunch leftovers. Lock code reminder. Bones, bracelet, cast, body. So the body's an 8. Bracelets are 3. Cast and bones. Oh, cast. 2. Bones. Bones. Well, I mean, if we have... Oh, look, there's bones. 4. Okay. I was going to say, if we have 3 of them, we could just brute force it. But we got him. So 4, 3, 2, 8. Photo opportunity has been unlocked. Frozen finger food. Okay, so it's just this then? Alright, so we got that. Basement storage, rear basement. We need a killer arm. Whatever the fuck that means. There's a lot more to this than I thought there was going to be, which is pretty cool. This is like, I guess this is like the single player experience. I mean, it's just like investigating the house and everything. I dig it. I just get stuck. Another lock door.
Playing with fire. Early on during filming, Gunnar Hansen asked Toby Hooper, "How are we going to shoot the scene where I get chainsawed in the leg?" Toby Hooper replied, "I don't know, but don't worry about it because it's the last shot of the movie." For the climactic ending of the film, the crew wrapped a metal sheet around Gunnar Hansen's leg with a stake taped to it, and a blood bag taped on top of that. Originally, he thought it was a crew member who would run the chainsaw cutting into Gunnar's leg. But Gunnar insisted he would do it himself for fear of the crew member accidentally sawing his leg. The saw didn't have its actual teeth attached to it, so they had to make modifications to the saw itself. At first, Gunnar thought he had sawed his leg, but his leg did become badly burned from sawing into the metal plate that was protecting it.
This movie, dude. You know, metal plate, steak, and a bag of blood. Yeah, everything will be all right. Everything will work out. Do I still have two things to put on? I do still have two things to put on. The hand doesn't go here.
Leatherface speaks. In the original...
I already got that one.
All natural masks. Art director Bob Burns performed a significant amount of trial and error to perfect the Leatherface mask. Ultimately, he landed on liquid latex and thin insulation, which aged naturally and yellowed.
That motherfucker must have been hot. Liquid latex. Chainsaws. Why did that one only go once? Oh, it's the code.
Banned in the UK. The film was banned in over 10 countries, including Great Britain and Germany. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre managed to have screenings in London, England in late 1974, but by February of 1975, the BBFC decided to ban the film, as they were uncomfortable about the threats toward the film's climax and the explicit use of abnormal psychology, and refused to even give the film an X rating. In 1982, the former Prime Minister of England, Margaret Thatcher, along with socially conservative activist Mary Whitehouse, formed the Video Nasties, which led to the banning of several horror films in the United Kingdom. Additionally, in the early years of Prime Cable, channels like HBO refused to air the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Many cable channels avoided the film at all costs.
I mean, for back then, you know, it was pretty intense. Now it's not shit, but kind of makes sense. I got another skull.
Maria Flores photos. Several of the photos used for Maria Flores' story were taken near a massive sunflower field that seemed to go on for miles. While stunningly beautiful, this area was also infested with rattlesnakes. Thankfully, the Gun Interactive crew persevered after a few close encounters with the venomous snakes, and were able to capture thousands of photos to help build the lore of our game's catalyst, Maria Flores.
Yeah, don't be fucking with rattlesnakes. Fuck all that. Alright, so I wasn't paying attention because that's a 1. Alright, right, so 4, 1. Four, 1, 3. 4, 1, 3, 2. Okay, so it's not to that. There's definitely a code to something. 4, 1, 3, 2. I guess we'll just keep that in mind. There, the leg.
Real torture. During Sally's torture scene, her screams ultimately led her to shout, "I'll do anything you want," which Marilyn Burns later recollected was the dirtiest thing you could say. It was pretty damn serious. Nowadays, it comes out of everybody's mouth. Now they're doing it for free, they're jumping into it. But in those days, "I'll do anything you want," you just didn't say that. You never said that. Burns continues, though, that Sally's torturers, the Slaughter family, don't comprehend that because it's not the result they desire. Rather, she feels that they're so sexually repressed that they can only manifest desire as sadistic cruelty. What makes them even more horrific is the sense that they gather excitement by watching women suffer.
That's interesting. I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre recently, not super recently, but recently, and like I thought about all that before, like whatever she says, "I'll do anything you want" and all that. But that's not what the family doesn't care about that. Well, not all of them do. I mean, seems like Johnny's into being sexy.
Behind the scenes photo, Bull. During research production for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, Gun Interactive's creative director Ronnie Hobbs, executive producer Ishmael Vicens, and brand strategy lead Matthew Zepp traveled to dozens of locations in rural Texas. Thousands of photos were taken to capture the essence and authenticity of the Texas countryside. During one of these trips, the team at Gun stumbled onto a farmhouse they thought was abandoned, but little did they know they would meet a new friend, a massive bull in a nearby gated field with horns that stretched 4 feet end to end. However, the gate itself was not closed, so the team from Gun found themselves face to face and only 5 feet on the other side of this open gate with this giant freak of nature. The Gun crew were initially terrified, but they carefully and meticulously walked around the fence while keeping their eyes on this massive creature. They were able to shut the gate, and any crisis was thankfully avoided.
I mean, that's not a freak of nature, man. That's Texas Longhorns, baby. we got a bunch of those, and those motherfuckers are big. Like, Longhorn should not be understated with how big those motherfuckers are.
Chainsaw. Gun Interactive digitally scanned an original chainsaw model that was used in the 1974 film, and then made the necessary adjustments to ensure it was as accurate as possible to what was seen on film nearly 50 years ago.
See, it's just further what I'm talking about, how, like, they put in so much thought of this game to make it feel and look like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But then it has other issues. How many legs do we have? Human body should only have one of these, right? We still have a severed hand, too. Knife arm. Well, that might be the killer arm. Anything else? What was the other thing? Rear basement, basement storage. Now we're in basement storage now. All right. Handburger. Oh, it says handburger. Why didn't anybody fucking tell me? I've been saying headbanger this whole time. Rear basement. Where's your rear basement? Is this your rear basement? That's headbanger. Handburger. This is rear basement. Killing time, rear basement. That's so fucking fun. Killing time. And that's blood. Oh, there you go. Fucking headbanger. Alright. How do we get back to my body parts?
How the music is made. Numerous instruments used by Wayne Bell to create the music were children's musical toys. According to Bell, many of the instruments used to create the music of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre were cymbals, xylophones, and shakers. Being that Bell is a drummer, a substantial number of cymbals were used. The audio team also used Bell's K stand-up 5-string bass with a movable bridge which allowed them to change how high off the board the strings are. This brought out the strong sounds of the bass. Additionally, the sound team used a bow, plucking and rubbing various items on it.
The bass. Is that everything? I don't think I've been through here. Don't see anything. I'm trying to give everything a once over. Like I said, I want to find everything. I hope that I am. Been through here. Did I get that number wrong? Let's do the body and then we'll check that again. All right. Pig-headed, bad dancer, killer arm. So we have the head. Bad dancer, I think it wants 2 left feet. So there's a left foot right there. So 2 left feet to make him a bad dancer. And then killer arm. Yeah, there we go. So I guess the extra body parts are just kind of like a red herring, like just to give you options. Yeah, it's the chainsaws. So I don't think I was able to unlock the door until I finished. 4, 1, 2. Yeah. It just wouldn't unlock the door until I did all the checklists. I did get it right. Hello?
Help! Help me!
Maria?
Thank God! Listen to me. My name is Maria. Maria Flores. Please, find a way to get me out of here. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Please.
God damn it, Maria. Maria, you got me killed. That's fucking cool. So now it's just... what? Button.
Stretch of road. Gunnar Hansen had several weeks to physically prepare for his role as Leatherface. I started walking in my neighborhood before dawn, but quickly tired of the dogs chasing me. So I found a field, paced off a mile, and then started walking and jogging. Soon I was jogging that mile, and eventually I could run the entire distance.
Fucking scary. Okay. That's pretty cool. So you can like set up different photo things. I know how I'm gonna make my thumbnail. Change filter. That's cool. Yeah, then you could just screenshot that for a thumbnail, which I think I'm actually gonna do. That's fucking okay. So then there's more of these, and that reset itself. Ah. I can't change that. Okay, so you could just change her. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna run around and find all of these because this video is already insanely long. Let's just go see. Is it still just him out here, or is there like another photo thing? It's still just him out here. All right. Well, that was pretty fucking cool. It was a hell of a lot more than I thought it was gonna be. And I know those people that, you know, wanted like, I mean, I guess this is what the, you know, quote unquote single player experience is for this one. It's not as much as the Friday the 13th game, but I mean, it's definitely, they definitely put effort into it. I didn't expect it to be voice acted the whole time and everything. That was cool. Very long video. If you made it all the way through, very much appreciation. I think I found everything. If I missed something, you know, I mean, you know, I did what I could. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I see you in another one of my videos, and we